One of the most famous stars in Hollywood history is dead at 36. Marilyn Monroe was found dead in bed under circumstances that were in tragic contrast to her glamorous career as a comic talent.
Now, more than 50 years later, intimate letters between Monroe and two of her husbands are to go on auction next month. Monroe's first marriage was to policeman James Doherty. It lasted 4 years.
She found no happiness in marriage. Her second husband was baseball immortal Joe DiMaggio, and that marriage ended as had her first in divorce.
The marriage to Joe DiMaggio lasted just 9 months, and the breakup was, to many, unsurprising. Public displays were unusual for the famously stoic and private baseball great. In one pained letter to Monroe, DiMaggio writes that he learned she was leaving him when he saw Monroe make the announcement on television.
Her third husband was playwright Arthur Miller, and they too separated.
Auction curator Martin Nolan spent 9 months organising and cataloguing the collection.
Arthur Miller was an accomplished writer, but his love letters were so descriptive and so detailed, and he was truly, truly in love with Marilyn.
The sale also includes a handwritten response to Miller in which Monroe muses about her many insecurities.
The star led a far from normal childhood and had 12 sets of foster parents, leading her to say in her last interview that she was never used to being happy, so it wasn't something she ever took for granted.
Monroe died of a drug overdose at the age of 36 in 1962. She willed what's been called the lost archives to her mentor, the acting coach Lee Strasberg. He gifted the collection to a friend he trusted would take proper care.
The Golden Girl received 5,000 fan letters a week, and to those fans, she never let any personal problems dim her screen glamour.
Many of the letters look as pristine as the day their authors wrote them. They go under the hammer at JULIEN'S auctions in Beverly Hills on December the 6th.
Despite flashes of temperament and tantrums, she turned in performances that kept her among the greatest box office favorites in motion picture history.